There's always been fantastic animation related to Christmas, and this is my top 5 Christmas animations.
Oh, it's Friday night, don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I could sit here and pick my nose while I watch a brand new video. Top 5 Friday tonight.
5.
Number 5 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Who doesn't like Dr. Seuss? This is a fantastic rendition of the classic children's book, produced by Chuck Jones actually, and I think you can see the influence, especially the visual style, in the cartoon itself. It's kind of a meld between Dr. Seuss's illustrations and a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I love this cartoon. It's one I always remember fondly growing up. It has withstood the test of time. Boris Karloff, he did the voice of the Grinch. And the song, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, is freaking fantastic. It almost sounds like Darth Vader singing. It's colorful, it's a nice blend of the two styles, and I kind of relate to the Grinch a little bit, so.
4.
Number 4 is A Nightmare Before Christmas. This was the baby of Tim Burton, which is obvious by the visual style. This is a really cool twist on the whole kind of Christmas cartoon that you were used to seeing growing up. Classic Tim Burton visuals, fantastic music by Danny Elfman, memorable songs, gorgeous stop motion. Actually, this movie, even though it wasn't the first full-length stop-motion film, this is the one that really brought the art to the forefront. This is the one that made it a force to be reckoned with in animation. You know, afterwards you had James and the Giant Peach and movies like Coraline that wouldn't have existed without this one. This one really set the bar for stop-motion and really brought it to the forefront to the general audience. Fantastic designs, you know, in this thing. So creative, and just the meld between that kind of gothic type of look and the bright, sunshiny, Christmassy type of look that we're all used to. It really worked well. I thought this was a nice kind of combination of Halloween and Christmas.
3.
Number 3 is A Charlie Brown Christmas. This show literally took the comic page and brought it to life in cartoon form. Bill Melendez and his animators took special care to do the original drawings justice, and they succeeded beautifully. This thing was also enhanced considerably by the jazz soundtrack. This is something that Charles Schulz was actually adamant on. He wanted to have this kind of score. And Vince Guaraldi's Linus and Lucy is freaking iconic, man. Everybody knows the song. I'm not going to play the song because I don't want to get a copyright strike, but everyone knows the thing. Something else that Charles Schulz was adamant on was that the cartoon addressed the kind of commercialism as well as the true meaning of Christmas. There is something kind of personal too about Charlie Brown Christmas. It's you know, growing up we didn't have a lot of money, and we had, you know, pretty crappy trees more often than not, and seeing the cartoon, it actually made me feel a little bit better about our tree, you know. It's like, oh, it doesn't have to be some huge 12-foot tree, you know, kind of just focus more on the more important aspects of the holiday.
2.
Number 2 is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This, in my opinion, is one of the most gorgeous stop motions ever. It is just so colorful and so vibrant, and you know, just that whole Technicolor feel. This really is, for me, the epitome of like mid-century kind of Americana. You know, the visuals are so classic, 1950s, early 1960s. It's funny I say that because most of the audio was recorded in Canada, and the animation itself was outsourced to Japan. It was handled by Tadahito Matsunaga's studio in Tokyo.
Silver and gold.
Silver and gold. Has some iconic songs in this one as well. One of the things that I think is kind of a common thread through all of these animations is the music. The songs are so memorable, and the songs in this one are definitely right up there. This is the longest running Christmas holiday special that's actually still being shown on TV, and I think that's a testament to the longevity of it. It kind of has a timeless theme where everyone can relate to being an outcast in one degree or another, and trying to find one's own self-worth. I really do feel like I've missed something if I don't watch this on TV during Christmas time. It doesn't really feel like Christmas to me until I've seen the show, and I missed it this year.
1.
And number 1 is Mickey's Christmas Carol. I freaking love this one. I was a kid when this thing was produced, and it just really resonated with me. Based on the timeless Charles Dickens classic, this one does justice to the story. It was actually nominated for an Oscar for Best Animated Short. This thing is amazing. The visuals are beautiful. This kind of harkened back to the golden days of Disney, except you started seeing emerging new talent, future greats like Glenn Keane and Mark Henn, and even John Lasseter was an animator. This one's really cool too because I think this is the first time that Alan Young did the voice for Scrooge McDuck, and he would continue being the voice for Scrooge McDuck through DuckTales and video games and everything else onwards up until this year, actually. It's only about half an hour long, but it still did the story justice. But there's still a heart to it. You can still feel the emotion in it. When I was a kid, I got choked up seeing the little Mickey Tiny Tim, and him potentially dying. I mean, it did tug at the heartstrings. It did everything right. It did everything classic Disney.
Why, I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh, I thought you'd be taller.
So that's my favorite list. I want to hear what you guys' favorites are. And happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.